I'm Kieran.
And I'm Sarah.
Instead of our usual segments on the Crusader of the Week and how to avoid death, we have a breaking news story today.
Just this morning, June 15th, 1215, terrible King John signed the Magna Carta at Runnymede. We have the inside story here at Channel 7 Local News.
So, according to eyewitnesses, it all started when the barons of England, aggrieved by John's cruel treatment, arbitrary taxes, and failing wars in France, rose in rebellion and civil war. We were just sent a picture of the signing of the Magna Carta by one of the rebelling barons. Here it is up on the screen.
After John's humiliating defeat by France at the Battle of Bovines, it was not hard for the barons to get the support of London and the English clergy, forcing John's hand. John lost all his support and had to negotiate to keep his crown. Kieran, could you explain to our viewers what the Magna Carta is?
So in summary, the Magna Carta is a peace treaty between King John and his barons. It outlines some limits on the king's power and protections for the freemen in the country.
Do we have any examples of some chapters?
We actually just got a few reports in. Chapter 12 states that the king cannot levy taxes without the common consent of the kingdom. And chapter 39 states that the king cannot arrest, imprison, or exile any freemen without the judgment of their peers.
That was a good summary, Kieran. Wow, those are some cool protections. I hope they last. Now it is time for our special guest, King John himself.
Wait, what's Isabella doing here?
Johnny, baby, do you have to do the interview today? I haven't spoken to you in 2 minutes.
Listen, Isabel, you know when I stole you from your fiancé Q, I lost on my lands to France and alienated all my subjects trying to raise the money to get it back. I would do it again, baby, but I do have to do this interview right now.
Okay, I won't marry you after you die.
How are you doing, King John?
I'll be honest with you, Sarah, I'm not doing great. I'm just hoping the Pope absolves me after he finds out what happened.
How do you respond to these accusations that you're a tyrannical king?
Well, I'll admit, killing my nephew and mercilessly hunting William de Bois and his family across the British Isles may have been excessive. But my whole family acts like this, so...
That is true. Your brother Richard did tax his subjects excessively to fund the Crusades, and your dad was blamed for Thomas Becket's murder.
Do you think that the Magna Carta is just an inevitable end of a tyrannical Angevin line of kings? I mean, the Angevin kings have never been able to get the support of their subjects.
Thank you, that's what I've been saying. It's just in my blood.
I'm not so sure that's an excuse, but anyway, thank you, King John. We have to move on to the next guest now.
Who do we have next?
We're supposed to be meeting with a local serf, Walter. We sent the invite with a picture of him walking to the studio. We thought that would work better than words.
Hey everybody! Just wonderful to be here today.
Why so happy, Walter?
The Magna Carta was signed. I'm finally protected from arbitrary taxes and arrest.
Oh my god! Who's gonna tell?
I'm definitely not telling them.
Okay, fine. Now, Walter, I know you cannot read, but the Magna Carta only applies to freemen.
You're not free, bestie.
But I already told all my friends. That's whack.
Well, that was awkward. Anyway, the Magna Carta was beneficial for some women. If you ignore that part that explicitly tells the government not to trust women in court, and by some women, we mean widows.
Yes, I did hear about that. Widows were given the right to refuse remarriage if they wish. Also, women got some financial protection after their husbands died.
That's great, but boy am I excited for our last guest, Archbishop Stephen Langton. We hear that Mr. Langton played a pivotal role in the drafting of the Magna Carta.
How are you doing today, Mr. Langton?
I'm doing great.
Is it true that you are the author of the Magna Carta?
Well, no, not exactly. They came up with most of the demands and protections in the Articles of the Barons. Obviously, I was not involved with that. And I mean, they didn't even include the freedom of the church. That's crazy. But I did help draft the Magna Carta, especially the chapter about promising the freedom of the church.
But you agree with them on the other demands, right?
Well, I did advocate for the rule of law during my time at the University of Paris. So yes, I do support their demands.
So, Mr. Langton, what made you decide to involve church freedom in the Magna Carta? Even though King John had already pledged England as a fiefdom to the church.
I admit, I have some doubt about the political validity of the Magna Carta because it was forced upon the King John, but I knew it was important. So I included the church so that the clergy in England had a reason to preserve and distribute the Magna Carta.
Wow. You put the strength of the English clergy behind the Magna Carta? That's genius.
Well, I must be getting back to work.
That was an interesting segment, right, Sarah?
It was really good. I still feel kind of bad for that surf, though.
I think they'll be fine. You know, I just thought of something. Wouldn't it be cool if we had, like, a time machine? I wonder if the Magna Carta is just a forgotten treaty between King John and his barons in the year 2022, or maybe it's become the cornerstone of English liberty and rule of law. Who knows?
I don't know, Kieran. That's kind of a stretch.
Live from Salisbury, it's Channel 7
News!